Hey all, good morning from Amsterdam. What you're looking at is the process of removing houseboats from Amsterdam canals. And the reason for this is that the canals walls are not as strong anymore. So they need to be reinforced, and that's why the city council decided to remove, of course, all the houseboats first and then work on the canal walls. And it's a very hot issue right now in Amsterdam because those people, of course, do not want to be removed because they did their own research and they came up with an alternative for ways to reinforce the walls without having to remove them. So the City Council of Amsterdam says that there is no budget to do this in a proper way. So what they're going to do is that they're going to remove these houseboats and then come up with an in-between solution, and that temporary solution is going to last for 10 years. So that's really huge impact on the lives of these houseboat owners. 10 years in standby, and then after that 10 years, the work will then start. So it's crazy. So all in all, these people can look up to a time of what, maybe 15 years before they can come back here and be our neighbors again. So there are a lot of protests going on, but the city of Amsterdam just says this is what they say. This is what it is, you guys. This is what it is. This is the best solution. And that's where they're standing right now. But it looks like the plans are going through. The city council is not going to wait. Yesterday on the news, they said that they were going to give the plans that were submitted by these houseboat owners. Going to give it a chance, take a look at it, see if they're usable in any way. So we're really surprised to wake up this morning and see that the work is already beginning. And to be honest, you guys, I've seen those boats that are dragging the houseboats away, and something told me this might be the day. But then I remember that news that we saw yesterday on the local news channel, and I thought, no, this couldn't be it. They promised the people to give their plan a chance, but apparently sometimes this is what the government does. Just steam through before things get too complicated. And we even got one of these letters in the mailbox, and we, of course, we gave our support. We signed the letter and sent it back, because there's a lady on the other side that was collecting signatures of people to show support, to show the city council that there is enough support for the alternative plan. But like I say, looks like you never got a fair chance to be looked at. It's so crazy to see these boats going away, because they've never been away. I mean, their owners, of course, work on the maintenance of these houseboats, but especially the boats that are now being dragged away on the other side have never been removed. I've never seen that spot empty. These boats, these are, they're actually like boats, like what they is. So we have seen them going away and coming back for maintenance, but those houseboats on the other side, for as far as I can remember, I've never seen them leaving. It just must be a very huge impact on the lives of these owners. And unlike this place, which is a really beautiful place, unlike this place, the place where they will be going to, I I don't know, from what we've seen, what we've heard, does not have the charm of this place. So that's also something else that's being pushed down their throat. It's just sad. All in all, it's just sad. I think they have a problem because the chimney on the houseboat, of course, is not going to fit under the bridge, as you can see. So they're probably going to have to remove the chimney. Something else I think that will impact these people is the fact that these boats, most of them, are also being rent out temporarily as Airbnb, as we see. Many days of the year, they're being rented out to tourists as Airbnb. So it's not only going to to affect their life, but also their income. So eventually they all will have to go away. Kids are going back to school. So that's why you hear downstairs a whining kid. Does not want to go back to school, I think. Can you blame him? Yeah, they're not going for the other one. I think first they're gonna be taking time to take care of all the cables and all that supplied the energy, electricity, gas, and all that, water. So yeah, they'll need some time to wrap up things, literally. So this is what they're doing right now. Maybe I can zoom in. They're now hooking up that other houseboat. It just always surprises me how one of these little boats can drag something that's sometimes 4 or 5 times bigger than its own size. So it's just one engine. That's what it is basically. One of these engine boats has the name Tiny. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the other side to see what they're going to do with the chimney. The chimney is still up, but it will have to come off. There's just no other way. Let me zoom in, you guys. I'm doing this live, so I don't know what the quality is. I hope the quality is good, even when I'm zoomed in. I just want to give you guys a closer look to what the guy is doing while hooking up the houseboat to his boat. I think the other tourist boats that do the round trips are being denied access to the canals at this point, because by now usually you would see many tourist boats, whether it's how do you see that, just private owners or companies that give tourist trips in their boats on the canals. So I think the city council just denied those, all the other boats, all the other boats denied access to the canals so that they will be able to do their work, because they're all over the place. And if we look at the other one, the one that's being half, half under the bridge, it's still there. It's just, they're still sitting. I mean, look at that guy. He's sitting, he's not doing anything. So it means that they're waiting on some sort of a signal, or something else has to happen, or something has to be out of the way. So, but yeah, it comes down to this, that this is a procedure that needs time. And if you look at this speed, I don't think they will be ready in an hour. If the plan is to get all these houseboats, let me show you. I'm trying to stabilize this iPhone. I did not prepare for it because it happened and it took us by surprise. So I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, there are a lot of boats, and it just continues all the way to the next bridge, and then it continues after that. So there are a lot of houseboats. They're gonna have to be removed. So if this is the rate, if this is the time, the tempo in which things happen, it means it's gonna take a lot of time before they're done. So it looks like the beginning of fall here in Holland. The fall is making its entrance. As you guys can see, or maybe cannot see, I already see leaves falling off the trees. Just dry yellow leaves. And of course, the days are getting darker. Now 6 o'clock in the morning is really dark here in Amsterdam. Today is August the 26th. And it's been very windy and raining for a couple of weeks now. So if you're a tourist and you're watching this video in the replay, know that that is something you should have to consider if you're thinking about coming to Amsterdam. Sometimes August can surprise you with chilling weather. And this is not like in Florida, where you can have rain and wind and yet can walk around in your tank top. Here in Amsterdam, here in Holland, when you see rain and wind, usually it can get chilling. I feel like this is an era coming to an end, houseboats. I know that there have been debates on whether to continue this aspect of the Dutch culture or not here in Amsterdam, because the government just don't like it for some reason. Not really sure why. They just want to get rid of that houseboat culture. So they've been coming up with all kind of plans, and this is why everyone is suspicious. Then there was this plan that no new houseboats should be added on the canals. Then there was this plan that no new foundation for the houseboats should be bought. You can only repair and restore what you already had. And, and more in that line. So this is why people are getting so suspicious here in Amsterdam, not trusting the city council, because they already showed their double agenda to anyone who has ears and brains to see, to understand, to hear, ears to think about it. I'm so surprised that not a lot of people, almost no one, is standing on the side of the canal taking pictures or documenting this. Oh, no. Now it's this lady's turn to go. See? She just came outside and she was filming this gray boat that's still stuck on the bridge. Not really stuck, they're just standing by. But yeah, now it's her turn. They're hooking her up. I don't see her. I thought she would be standing close to the window documenting everything because she was just standing in the doorway filming other boats. But now that it's her turn, I think it got real. I don't know, guys. I really feel for these people. Not all of them did the Airbnb. I mean, like these two ladies here, I always see two ladies here. I'm not really sure. Maybe they do too. Sometimes I see other people, but I always see them being there, enjoying their home. But most of the other houseboats, almost all of them, just rent it out. So I hope they now get, to learn. Oh, I'm sorry. Hope they now get to learn to appreciate what they had even more, instead of just using it as a cash cow. And they're not the only ones. I mean, it's all over the world. It's all over the world. Everyone is renting out their homes as Airbnb. And, how do you say that? Normally, that shouldn't be a problem. But it is, because the tourists that they're renting out to are not really being scanned or not really being looked at their profile. Usually they're just trash. Usually they're just very annoying, obnoxious, loud, partying people all the time, not considering that they're actually renting what's supposed to be a home. What has the purpose of a home where people should be living in. They're not renting like a bungalow or a party tent or like a club. They're not renting a club. They're renting what's supposed to be and should be a home. Just because these people that own it decide to make more money and rent it out does not mean that it's part of some sort of an attraction or some sort of a hotel chain or a resort, or it's just a home between other people that work hard, come home, want to relax, and want to enjoy their homes. But what happens is that all these people, they rent out to Airbnbs, short or long term as they call it. It's usually short term, but it gives you a little bit more trust when you say, no, I'm going to do it long term, but it's usually short term. What happens is that all these tourists that come here, all these people that come here, that rent these places, they're just obnoxious and rude and just partying all the time, talking very loud till deep in the night. I actually had to go a couple of times, go out in the middle of the night, go to the other gate of the other cluster. You have clusters of homes. So the other cluster, and I rang the bell, middle of the night. I was so pissed. And this is what I've heard. I'm not kidding, guys, for the intercom. Yes, come up. The party's still going on. I said, damn it. I'm not here for your freaking party. I'm the neighbor. I'm trying to get some sleep. Tomorrow I need to go up to my work. So either you guys tune it down or I'm calling the police. Oh, yeah. So they were this far away. They were already on the moon, drunk and high, and didn't even bother to ask who I am. He was already using the buzzer to open the door and telling me, yes, come up. The party is already started. I'm like, oh my God. I could be a creep. I could be a psycho. I could be a killer, criminal, a thief in the night. But no verification. Come up. I'm not gonna come up. I want your stupid party to end. It's crazy. It's crazy. People are really rude. Only recently, our neighbor, right here, this other side, this wall. This is our living room. This wall, right behind this wall, he had a party that continued 24 hours, like 24 hours, and we were like, huh? What is this twilight world we're living in? Is this music that's been continuing for 24 hours? Because you would come up, you would wake up in the middle of the night, because you have, I don't know, because they wake you up. So you wake up and you're like, why am I awake? So sometimes you keep hearing that thing that woke you up, and you're gonna walk through the whole your house. And so we had different moments through the night where we established that the party was still going on. It was crazy. It's crazy, people. It's just crazy. People are so rude nowadays, just so rude. And they confuse rude with freedom, because when you say something, usually you get things in the line of, it's my home, it's my house, it's my home. I have the right to live in my home as I see fit. Jeez. I mean, what are you going to say to these people? There's nothing you can say, because their intellectual brain is not ripe enough to actually understand the obvious. There's nothing you can do. Just let them be. Yep, they're all being hooked up. It's like the city council is speeding up the process. This week there were some heavy debates, resistance from the homeowners here. Not only here, there are a couple of canals where the same thing is happening or will be happening. So this week, some heavy debates from the homeowners showing resistance, and it feels like the city council is now thinking, let's do this before it gets complicated. Yep, there's still an uphold. Not really sure why. I'm doing this live, so I cannot entertain you guys with the background music. Oh no, now they're coming for these. Now they're coming for our neighbors. Oh no. I'm gonna miss this site. I hate to see them go, because this is really, I don't know. It's part of the view. This whole thing is part of the view. I just hate to see them go. Oh no. The stress has started. I really feel so sorry for these people. I wish there was something we could do, but there isn't. All right, people. All right, peeps. I think I don't think there is anything else that I can show you. I mean, this is just it. It's just a very sad sight to see. They're gonna be dragged away like this one by one. So for now, I'm gonna leave it here. And maybe do another live stream as things progress. Maybe do another live stream, show you guys how it looks without the boats. It's so crazy, because I hope this is being live streamed, because for some reason, some stupid reason, I couldn't select, make the live stream public. I just couldn't select it. I kept pushing it and it jumped back to private. So